Good evening and welcome back to my channel. So this is project update 1 of my Ecto V model build. Yes, I know, the kit says 1A. So what am I doing with this? I've done an unboxing of this model, the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. And what I have decided to do as part of a group build is to do a version or a customized take on the Ghostbusters car. What I'm doing is that I'm setting it, I'm building this car as if it was set in the time frame of the 5th Element. So 5th Element, flying cars, Corbin Dallas, you know, all that stuff. If you're unfamiliar with the 5th Element, I'm sorry. I'll put like a couple of pictures of the 5th Element flying cars here. So those are 5th Element flying cars. And, you know, if you haven't seen the movie, go look at it. If you haven't seen Ghostbusters, hey, go look at that too, because it's, you know, kind of fun. All 3 of them. Yes, I like them all. This kit is it actually is for Ecto 1A. It says you can do Ecto 1. You have to do some serious mods to change this to be Ecto 1. But, you know, with that said, this isn't that bad. I like it. It's a fun kit. And the desire or the plan here is to take this in the same direction and customize it to Ecto I'm going to call it Ecto 5. So I will make custom details where that will be a 5. You know, so, you know, you get where I'm going with that. So this is where I am so far, which is really not very far. I have put in the window and I have blacked it out. I really like this design. It's really kind of fun. It's got that that mid-50s fins type car look, which is really great for the same kind of aesthetic as the flying cars from 5th Element. So I'm going to do more than just that. So the plan is seal this all up, get rid of the wheels. The wheel wells go completely away, and you know the cool part is this already has it gone. So I just have to put in the front piece, then seal these pieces up, smooth out the bottom, put some greeblies underneath for the flight engines. Although the really cool thing is these here kind of imply that you could just do that right there, and it's tempting to do that, even though that they make really nice, you know, backup lights. So I haven't figured out the details of that. But the other thing I've done with this, so I have gotten the little framework started. Now the interesting thing here is the bits and pieces are there for Ecto 1, which is, if I was doing this like a car, I'd do Ecto 1, just because it's, you know, me. This has some nice options for you know, upgrading and making this thing look really cool. And since I'm going in the direction of making it Ecto 5, it really doesn't matter what details I am missing or whatever, so I can just sort of play. One of the things I recommend is you know, if I'm going to do Ecto 1, we shave these off, these mount bars. I'm not going to have the little light bars on the side, so I might shave them off. I might leave them there and just put other greeblies there. That's the go. But the other cool thing that I've done with this is, again, I'm stretching my skill set, and I picked up the light kit for this guy. So I picked up the Voodoo FX kit, which is really nifty. I have never worked with one of these before. I am not overly comfortable with my electronics skills, so I am forcing myself to learn, which I'm having to do with this, which is really cool. This comes with all the pieces and parts for all the lighting, which is really cool. You have shrink wrap, you've got resistors, you've got things. This is designed to go with a 9-volt battery, so you've got your resistors that you build into your wiring, all that stuff. It also comes with wires. Here it is. Come here. So it gives you this straight stretch of wire, which is really cool, because you have everything you need, and you're also color coded so that you can figure out positive, negative, etc. So the cool thing is this has dashboard lights. It has a translucent film to cover the dashboard. But it also comes with pretty clear instructions on what you want to do, right? So here it says just drill out the holes and stick the lights in. So you don't have a you don't have a lens here. You know, the model is modeled with, and I think you can actually see it in the picture here. Actually, let's see how well you can see it in here. It really depends on how crappy or how well this is here. You can see that the model is modeled with solid chrome covered pieces there for your lights. Your grill is solid, you know, and it's typical car type stuff, right? But so what they recommend you do there is you drill out the hole where the lights go, and then your lights light up. Same with the back. You put in the red light in the back behind there. The other cool thing is you put your, and it shows you exactly how to put, you know, how to set those lights up, you know, bend them and form them so they'll fit right in and just connect together, which is really cool. The other thing is your light bars, which essentially what you have to do is modify the light bars themselves so that the lights will fit in, which I actually have done. So I actually did that piece. I spent last night actually working on just that. And you can kind of see where they are, right? So there's the light, and there's this stem that goes to the wire, which goes down. You have to drill the hole through, and the light, they just fit in there. And then they come out through the hole and then turn on. So when I give power to these, oops. When I give power to these, I have to make sure they stay connected, because otherwise, you know, it doesn't do any good to give them power. So there we go. You're kidding, right? Ah, goodness. My apologies. I don't want to actually solder these things because, you know, so there we go. So what you have is you have a slow flashing light and you have a fast flashing light. So when you see them together, they kind of, you know, they give you a nice effect of rollers. So what I will do is I will mount these on the thing. I'm also going to paint over the center bar just to cover the fact that there's nothing happening there. But there we go. That was interesting. That was entertaining for me to actually do that. It was an experience, and I learned. So if you haven't done that, or if you're interested in this, I recommend this kit because it's very straightforward. It's very, very well explained on what to do. So, Project Ecto V. This is what I'm going to call it, Ecto V. That's where I am so far. We've given this a coat of essentially bulk gunmetal, just to give it a silver sheen. And the next step is to now start mounting the upper electronics in here and start running the lights before I start buttoning it all up. I've got a few questions I need to answer as far as how I want to power it, and whether I want to, how I'm going to make the batteries accessible or not, and so forth, and whether or not I'm going to have it on a flight stand, which is kind of what I'm thinking, or if I'm going to just let it sit. I'm thinking flight stand. But there we go. That's what I have done so far. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this project as I go. Hey, if you find yourself interested or curious about trying a project, go for it. Give it a try. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You break some plastic, big deal. But enjoy yourself, enjoy the hobby, and I will talk to you folks next time. Thank you.